Hi, my name's Keith Cooper of Northlight Images. This is one of my series of short videos just looking at different aspects of printing with the Epson P5300. 5300 here in the UK, 5370 in the US and other numbers elsewhere. But anyway, the paper I'm looking at in this particular one is a roll paper. And this is a paper I've used as a roll paper. It's been one of my favourite papers for many years actually. It's by Innova. It is, and I'll use the Innova IFA designation, which is the number of it first. It's IFA45. It's called Exhibition Cotton Gloss. It's 335 grams. So it's a cotton rag paper, but with a Baryta style gloss finish. I'm using a profile that I made, and when I do the main written review of this, all the profiles that I've done will be available on request. This paper is something that this particular printer, as does the P5000 I've got upstairs, excels on. It is a natural, so no bright white, no optical brightness in it, a natural paper. I like it for black and white and for colour. When I do some more black and white stuff, I'll show some examples of that as well. But this is just printing a colour image. This is how I would go about printing a sort of high quality, fine art, for want of a better marketing term, image. And in this instance, it's a picture of a flower that I took a while ago when I was testing a macro lens, if I remember rightly. But it comes in roll, and I can't remember the length of this one, 17-inch, 15 meters on this roll. Now, I've got things set up here on the printer, on the computer, and I'll just set it go. Now, here's the image. I'm printing from Epson Print Layout, partly because it's a lot easier to do it and to show things for this. I could print just as well from Photoshop, and I've got examples showing other ways of printing. It doesn't really matter how you print it, but the key things here are that I've set a custom, because it's a square image, I've set a custom paper size of 17 inches square. Media type is Baryta. Paper source is roll for borders. Can print borderless if you really want to on roll. But this is one area where, because I'm printing a square image at the size of the paper, I'm not wasting any paper. Roll paper can be great value. Sometimes it can actually work out more expensive. So I'm just doing normal print layout here, standard layout. I've centered it, I've adjusted the image size to fit it on the paper. Doesn't matter what the precise pixels per inch is, and in fact this one is only 278, but I'm going to say that most people just won't notice. If I was printing this size for some, it wasn't just a test image, I might well have wanted to take it with a higher resolution camera and have more real detail there, but this is more than good enough. I'm using the profile that I created. I've set the rendering intent for relative colorimetric with black point compensation. It doesn't make much difference on this one, but some profiles, you will find some images look different. I build the profiles that I make so they look slightly different. The results in soft proofing using relative colorimetric and perceptual rendering, it's up to you to find which one you like. Other than that, all I need to do here is press print. Now I've loaded the paper, it's dead easy to load. With expensive and good quality papers like this, make sure your hands are clean, or use, if your hands are slightly damp, use cotton gloves or something like that. You do not want finger marks on the surface of the paper, not for prints like this. This is not a cheap paper, it's a very good paper, and I don't really want to waste it by finding I got a thumb mark somewhere on it. Anyway, the image is on its way, the printer's printing, and it tells me it'll be 7 minutes. Now, I prefer this surface finish and type of paper to the lighter photo papers. For some things, if I'm framing them, it doesn't really matter if I put it on a lighter photo paper. But this, there are no optical brighteners in it, so some images just look better. A lot of my architectural images I will generally print on a paper like this because I prefer printing them on this. Anyway, we'll just wait for this to do a print. Now this one, by the way, I've mentioned this in my other videos, Always check on what the actual size of the paper is. It says this one is 432.6 millimeters in width. Paper rolls vary ever so slightly. So if you're looking at precise placing, make sure you've measured your paper roll and you allow for that when you're doing your layout in your custom sizes and things. You probably will have to experiment a bit, and yes, you will lose a bit of paper probably when you're doing your experimenting. But if you're doing many pictures like that and it's important, it's worth taking the time to work it out. As I say, there's a setting is given here, and that setting there is actually measured by the sensor in the print head when it's lining up the paper and checking the paper. Well, here comes the print. And I've got some lights up here on the ceiling as well as one here sort of lighting the scene here, and I'm getting lots of different reflections off the surface of the paper. It has a lightly textured finish. I can feel the cotton rag paper on the back of it, but there is a picture of the flower that I took. Now the black, there is no bronzing on it. The colour is rich, the green, it looks spot on. Would I want it more colourful? No, because it's quite a delicately coloured flower. And that one, that looks rather nice. Now, what else would I do? I wouldn't print this on an art paper. I like the subtle reflectiveness of it. The light texture just makes for a very nice looking picture. Anyway, yeah, a print that I'm happy with. So it's as easy as that. As with all of these things, the key is in taking and editing the picture. The printing with a printer like this, and yes, I've processed it in Photoshop. I've processed the raw files, I've cropped it, I've done a few other bits, I've sharpened it up. But the key for this is a printer that's easy to use. So it's that easy. I just gone and made a colour print, and that's it. So yeah, as I say, I'm going to do a few more of these little short videos covering different aspects of it. I'll link them all together when I do the written review, so that'll be a resource so people looking at the written review can see all the different reviews there. But yeah, I'm going to need to, if I want a truly square picture, I need to trim it a bit. But yeah, you can, if I move it, you can get a bit of reflection off it there. That's a nice print. Anyway, I hope these videos are of use. If you've got any questions, let me know. I do have the printer here for a while yet, and I'm going to be doing some more testing on it, black and white, colour, different media. But this has, it's always been one of my favourite papers with pigment ink printers, and this is the first colourful print I've printed using this paper. And it does not disappoint. So there you go, Innova IFA45, or as they call it, hey, put the box down, exhibition cotton fibre, 300 and something grams. But anyway, I'll put a link to what the paper is and some other stuff about it in the notes to the video. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel. And as I said, any questions, just let me know. Cheers, bye.